Hey, what's up to the Mix It Up podcast? We are back again with another episode. It's me, Nick, and John Depot is back. John Depot from the NYG podcast. He is back again because we couldn't leave it off last week. We had to do another episode. We could have went on for 3 hours, so we broke it up a little bit. So part 2, John Depot is back. Nick, what topics do we have to discuss this week?
We're going to jump back on the manipulation topic. We're going to talk about quality in regards to any facet. I don't know if that's the right word. Facet of life that you'd like to talk about it. And then we're going to talk about, I guess, that Olympian who decided to turn her back towards the flag and all that good stuff, which I'm sure everybody knows about.
Everybody loves hearing about it.
Yeah. And maybe a ghost or two will stop by and hang out with us. Who knows? You know.
Casper, where you at?
So
yeah, thanks for having me on again, guys.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
We love having you on, man. Maybe one day you'll tell us that you'll be on here every week, and we won't have to invite you every week, and you'll just be part of the show.
After the summer season, I'll have plenty more time on my hands. HVAC business is tough nowadays. This time of year, it's very, very, very busy. But maybe after the season's over, I can start doing that shit. I don't mind.
People need ACs, man. It's fucking brutal out here,
dude.
100 fucking degrees, man. I can't breathe.
Bro, I don't know how these people survive, man, without having, like, you go into these people's houses, dude, and you look at the thermostat, it says like 87, and just from being in the house, there's 3-4 people breathing, adding humidity. It's like being in a swamp in the middle of summer, dude. It's terrible. And then trying to go to sleep in that shit. I'd be in a hotel room, I'll tell you.
Dude, how do you live like that? That's
I don't know.
Like that's the first thing like I'm buying if I'm going to an apartment or whatever. Like, yo, AC on immediately at all times. I want that shit like 60.
Yeah, me too, bro. As soon as I go to hotel rooms, I throw that shit down like minimum, and then I'll raise it up if I have to. But that shit's a freezer when I go in there.
Hell yeah.
Manipulating the thermostat.
I'm just reading up on
segue.
I'm just reading up on this third topic of ours. I'm trying to catch up on it all. See what's going on.
The third topic?
Yeah.
You'll get there. You'll understand.
Yeah.
So, wait.
There he is.
Oh
no, we just got fucking
hijacked by a ghost.
I think we got haunted. We're haunted now. There's a ghost of World War II / 2021 hearing.
This is the ghost of Mix It Up.
I'm very scared.
For all of you who are not watching the YouTube video right now, we just got haunted by big Jules over here from the Mix It. What is it? What's the podcast? The Big Blue Offensive podcast. Fuck. Yeah. I said like Big the Mix It Up Blue Offensive.
Top 5 Giants podcast.
I used to do a Mix It Up After Dark back in the 1950s. That's what I'm coming back from right now.
Mix it up after death, apparently.
I'm in the time. I'm getting some footage from my podcast in the 1950s when it didn't exist, but it did. It was like you made little small, like, what do they call them, like 11-inch like discs, and then they put them on these little things that they played on the radio, and that was it.
Jules, where's your tombstone?
I'm not
Where's the graveyard background? Like,
that's a cemetery right here.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, man, what's going on? I need to put this on, my little 11-inch fucking radio thing so I can play it on my podcast from the 60s over here.
So we're talking about a topic. Like, I don't know, guys, you want to explain it to them? Like, we were talking about, if you listened to our episode last week, we were talking about manipulation.
Yeah. I was actually just having a conversation with my buddies today, not even referencing the podcast whatsoever, just kind of happened to we're talking about something, and then we started talking about listening to rap music and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to be doing Mix It Up tonight, and we were talking about manipulation and stuff. And I think, what kind of coincidence is it that during the 80s and 90s, most hip hop was like geared to like early 2000s too, towards like there was like drug dealer music. You know what I mean? So it was like cool to sell drugs and make money doing that, and like that kind of street life and stuff like that. And at the same time, the prison industrial complex was booming. People were literally, Michael Jordan owned prisons. Like, Like it was people were making money off of the prison system. It wasn't just a government thing anymore at that point. It was people were profiting off of prisons. So you had people who ran the world, owning these prisons and making money off of putting people in jail for minor shit. So they wanted people selling drugs so we could put them in jail and stuff. Then you fast forward until maybe the mid 2000s and into the 20 teens, and rap changed. It went away from fucking drug dealer music and was more about like that drug addict music, like little Xan and all that bullshit. Whereas about like it was cool to like take pills and this and this and that. And that's not like what the rap that we grew up on, 30s, 30s and 40s, whatever. That shit was about fucking making money and hustling and stuff like that. And then that was cool. Now they're teaching all these kids and the kids coming up that taking drugs is cool and all that stuff. And bro, listen, I don't know what kind of drugs you guys fuck around with, if anything ever. I'm not condoning any. I'm just saying, you smoke weed, it's not addictive. There's other shit that you could do that's not addictive. This shit that the pharmacies sell you, that shit's fucking addictive for real. You know what I mean?
That shit and it's rob a house.
Yeah, it's just interesting how the theme of an entire genre of music that's one of the top 3 or 4 different genres of music has been. Is it a coincidence or is it not that it's been used to manipulate a certain portion of society? And not just mean the demographic of African Americans, because everybody I know growing up was listening to rap, and most of the people I know obviously white, I grew up in suburbs, whatever. So it was a huge portion of that generation grew up listening to music like that, and now this generation that's coming after, you're talking about influencing them to do completely something else. Just interesting how those two things line up time-wise.
They were manipulating this shit with like the opioid crisis. They were they were rapping about that, and then all mad little kids and shit started thinking it's cool, pop pills, and then they become extremely addictive because that pharmaceutical shit is just no joke, like you were saying. Like, smoke weed, man. Don't do that kind of hard shit. That you don't want to ruin your fucking life.
Nah, smoke weed if you're gonna do anything.
But real quick, speaking about rap game and all that kind of stuff, I was watching there's this thing on HBO Max called Generation Hustle. And, I had to download this thing, right? Because that's what we got to do in the 60s here. I had to watch it. Like, comes out weekly. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, it's called Generation Hustle on HBO Max. You guys should really check it out. It's about, like, different ways that things have been manipulated where people built up these different agencies, like WeWork, for example. And everything behind that. That's one whole episode. And how he was like saying he was going to grow it to be the biggest thing. And then all of a sudden, all the owners kind of bailed out. And the stock went from being worth like 47 billion down to about 8 billion when it's worth now, right? But getting back to the rap music, one of the one that's on there, and it points out a lot of things that have gone through the different time periods and eras and rappers like Biggie and all that kind of shit. There's this kid, I think it's like his name is Jeff Jazz or some shit like that, out of Detroit. And he's supposed to be, or was, or is, or whatever, one of the biggest hustlers in modern day history right now. And what he's really doing is, and he was giving out like his little quick ones of what he would do, right? So one quick thing is he would set up this Instagram page and pretend to be this hot chick and start flirting with all these horny guys. And you could buy a list of followers. So all of a sudden you got like 3,000, 4,000 followers. So these guys think you're legit. He's like, you steal photos from other fucking from things and you put it down. He goes, and all of a sudden you start asking for a sugar mama and these assholes just start sending you money. He goes, and then before you know, you delete the account, you made a couple quick grand off that shit. And this kid is only like 19 years old. So getting to tie this into what like the whole rapping is, there's a whole bunch of shit. I definitely recommend you watching Generation Hustle, okay? He was rapping, and like some of the big producers were like, "Yo, this dude is garbage. Like, he's not good. They're off beat. They're not doing this. Their beats are kind of whack." And like this other dude that kind of like helped him get signed, basically was saying that, well, think about when Biggie was rapping, right? He told you how to fucking sell crack, right? With the 10 crack commandments.
10 crack commandments, baby.
Like, this shit's been going on forever. He goes, yo, this dude's telling you how to hustle. And he's got a rap song that we put it on. He'll teach you how to get on the fucking dark web and shit, bro. And that's what he's rapping about. Bro, so apparently they hustled a radio contract. You guys gotta check this shit out. So you want to talk about manipulation? This is manipulation to the fucking 101 right here. Just thought I'd bring that shit back for you real quick.
I mean, it does make more sense, though, as for like a rapper to talk about selling, like doing drugs so people buy drugs, right? Like Biggie says, don't get high off your own supply and like shit like that. But like these guys are like, yo, get high off everything. You know, so I make some fucking money. I mean, Biggie's trying to teach you how to sell drugs, but that was stupid of him because then he's just going to build more competition for himself.
He was out the game. He was making the money. So real quick, this kid is at TEEJX6. He's on Twitter too. Yo, I'm telling you, this kid's a riot, bro. Like usually that kind of shit gets me like kind of upset because I'm like, yo, what's he doing? He's ripping people off. He's robbing them. He's doing credit card schemes, this and that. But this kid is so cocky and funny at the same fucking time, and the way he's doing shit is absolutely out of control. That like I'm like, yo, it's crazy. Like this dude fucking making rap videos. You gotta look it up. It's fucking wild. Definitely watch that whole fucking Hustle show on HBO Max if you haven't. It's definitely worth the watch.
Smoke weed every day.
How much did he fucking pay you to plug him in just now?
No, he didn't pay me shit. I learned his.
That was our sponsor that we got last week. That was our thing.
That's our sponsor.
I got to tell you guys something. I know, John, you said that that's just not addicting, but if you saw me last night, you would have thought I was a fucking crackhead scouring my house for fucking weed because I got shit faced last night, and I had these 2 syrup fucking bottles, and I knew that I took one with me like out of the house, and I thought I left another one here, and I had an old one. And I'm over there I'm like, all right, I'm getting drunk. I'm going to smoke some weed. I didn't realize that I left all my weed somewhere else and my other bottle of syrup. So I was like, I got another one, though. And I had an old one, so I couldn't find the new one. I reached into my old one, and I'm like a crackhead like this, dripping every last drip into the spoon. I take it. I'm licking the fucking outside of the bottle, right? And I'm like, oh, that's okay. I got my other one. I couldn't find it. I looked in my dresser 3 times, took everything out 3 different times. Was like, oh, I must have fucking not looked in this corner of the dresser. Then behind my dresser in another room. And then I was freaking out. And then I'm like, somebody stole it. Somebody fucking stole it. And then I found out that I just misplaced it. Weed. Later today.
Where'd you find it?
I found it was in my book bag. I put both of them in my book bag. But my book bag wasn't with me. And it was like 2 a.m. I was like, fuck. I was losing my shit, man.
Always know where your weed is.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I don't do any weed. I'm just kidding.
No way. Nobody but everybody does it.
Oh God, I'm sweating, guys. I forgot to put my air conditioner on a little earlier, and it's a heat wave out there, San Diego.
Bro, it's gonna be 100 degrees out tomorrow. 100.
Jesus.
That's rough, man.
Same thing, bro. That's why I got so delirious. Ended up in a time warp, and I'm back in the 50s right now. I don't know what's going on.
The heat took the color out of your camera.
Yeah, it just psyched everything out. I don't know where I am right now.
Jules, there's a picture of you going around the internet right now. Yeah. It's gonna be amazing when it comes back to you. I can't wait.
I'm gonna be like TJ.
You gotta see it. It's fucking great, man.
This could be the beginning of everybody's new life. This picture, when it blows up, when it blows the fuck up, dude, you're gonna be memed. You're gonna be the next fucking big meme.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna be a meme, Jules.
I can't wait for TJX6.
I can't wait. Right. I'm not gonna send it to you. You're just gonna magically get it because I know I'm gonna send it around and it's definitely gonna come back to you.
100%.
Jules, 100%. Is this helmet from like a Halloween costume? Like what's going on here?
Yes. It was Halloween 1956. Yeah, I found this shit. It was in the closet. I was like, all right, if I'm gonna crash this shit, I'm gonna crash it with a helmet and make sure you put caution along the top, just because you gotta be careful what you're doing.
Yeah, what kind of
wait, did you tape the caution on it for this episode?
What's that?
Did you put the caution tape on it for the episode?
No, it was on. It was on.
Oh, I was gonna say.
That was definitely part of it.
He walks around in public like that, so everybody knows to stay the fuck away from him.
Exactly. Like caution.
He must be a little slow.
I'm not sure. You just gotta use caution. He could be out of his fucking mind. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I wonder what Halloween's look like back in the 1940s. Like
terrifying, bro.
What?
Terrifying. Do you ever see do you have the Chive? Go on the Chive and look up Halloween costumes from fucking the 40s. They are the stuff of nightmares.
I thought it was just like a bunch of people wearing like sheets. Like everybody's a ghost.
It's far worse. It's far worse.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Think of it if a demon created costumes. That's what it would look like.
Yo, if I fall down that rabbit hole tonight after a couple of gummies, I'll probably freak the fuck out. Man. I don't know if I want to start looking that up right now.
You're not gonna make it to the 4th of July, bro.
Oh shit! That's a quality fucking Halloween costume, man. You know, you put some effort into it. You know, you're showing quality work. You know, because that's what the type of guy you are. You know, you respect what you're gonna do, right?
It's real simple, but you just throw on like a fucking bright yellow fucking vest. I might have that shit somewhere. You know, you throw some blue jeans and a white tee, you're good. And pair of boots, bro. Like that costume's fucking. You can make some money on that costume.
Hey, it's fucking caution. Hey, look,
What
guys,
color is
it's
this
caution.
helmet?
Caution, guy.
Hey guys, it's caution. Yo, caution. Go get a beer, caution.
You just start taping shit off at the bar. But like, this is my section of the bar now, motherfuckers.
Yo, son, that's the best caution fucking costume I ever seen.
What color is the helmet?
It's
I'm trying to picture this in real life.
Baby blue.
It's baby blue.
I don't know. Let me see if I can change the effects on this. Let me see if I can go back into this decade. Hold on a few minutes here. Hold on, I gotta figure.
It looks dark for baby blue.
Yeah, I can't see obviously you can't see the color because it's in black and white, but I just assume it'd be orange.
Well, yeah, we're gonna color everything in a moment if I figure this out.
I was gonna think either it's red or it's blue, like Giants blue.
It's close. Well, it's not. So that would be royal blue. It's close to the Giants blue. It is. Oh, why am I having trouble right now?
I mean, it looks like a fucking military hat, a military helmet. It's great.
Yeah.
In the black and white, it definitely does.
It looked like you just got a bowl out like the kitchen, and you just put it on top and throw caution on it. I bet you eat out of it.
Whoa.
Is
this still Pride Month?
That's for the Pride weekend. That was last weekend.
This looks like if Cyclops was celebrating fucking Pride Month right there.
Holy shit.
All right, hold on.
You heard about that fight down at the Pride thing? They had like a Pride thing at Washington Square Park in New York.
Nah.
And they had a bunch of gays there, and then like all of a sudden like 3 gays they attacked like the they attacked the hot dog vendors, the people working the street corners.
Yeah.
Like they fucking like throwing bottles of pickles at him, stealing his fucking money. Like it was crazy.
Yes.
I thought like gays would be more like, you know, we're not fighting. Like it was like, holy shit, even the gays had gone crazy.
Well, what did the pickle guy do though? What did the hot dog guy do to deserve it?
That's what I don't know.
He ran out of fucking relish.
Yeah, he's like, I don't think he was giving away ice or whatever. They wanted ice, but he's like, yo, if you want ice, you got to buy soda. So people were fucking freaking out about it. All the gays were like, I want my ice. And then boom, they just fucking turned into fucking like Macho Man on South Park. We just beat the shit out of him. I mean, imagine getting attacked by like 10 gays. Like that's embarrassing. Like I quit that fucking job. Got beat up by fucking 10 gays running around in these little fucking like weird outfits.
Just because I ran
getting beat up by 10 of anything is fucking terrible, I would imagine.
Yeah, like 10 little children could probably kick your ass. So I mean, 10 grown adults.
I mean, you know,
doesn't matter what sexuality they are, they're beating your ass.
Yeah, but what if you beat them up and then you're in the wrong?
Like the top half of it.
If you could beat 10 of anything up, then I mean, you should
That'd
be
awesome.
up on a fucking pedestal.
I would love to be like that. Like, yeah, I'm like 10 people around me, I'll beat the shit out of all of them in one sitting. Dude, that's like superhuman shit.
Oh,
yeah, that's Bruce Lee shit right there.
Honestly, the only person that I've ever heard of beating so many people up, like 10 people up like that, is Caution Guy.
Yeah.
That was
he did it while drinking a beer too.
That was at a bachelor party back in 1965 when they were midgets.
That's why people think he's slow, because he got hit in the head so much.
Jules, you got to go back to black and white, man. I can't take you.
I came back into color for a second. It's not doing it for me, man.
Color sucks. Yeah, color definitely sucks. Color don't fake it, man.
Right. Not for this outfit.
But
you should never be in color.
I was trying to transition before with the quality of his Halloween costume into one of our topics of quality, right?
Bro, that was like 45 minutes ago. Damn.
It was, I know. But I guess we'll jump into it now. But so, Jules, one of our topics is quality, basically like, you know, quality in a restaurant, quality in food, the stuff you're paying for, right? You go to a restaurant, You're taking your girlfriend out.
Thanks.
You sit down at a restaurant. You're expecting that you're going to get good food, good service, and you're going to walk out of there with a fucking smile on your face, right? But how many times do we go there and you can go to one restaurant, spend the same amount of money as another one, and, you know, they don't even take pride in their food. It's fucking frozen. Like today, for instance, I went to a seafood place and I ordered I ordered fucking fried clams, a fried seafood platter, clams, fucking scallops, shrimp, and cod or some shit. The cod was disgusting. The clams honestly tasted like they had been fried 2 days ago and then thrown in a fucking microwave. They were chewy and they were hard. And the scallops were okay. The shrimp was fucking rubbery. And I'm like, and 2 of the French fries that came with it tasted like somebody threw them on the bathroom floor in one of those really smelly fucking bathrooms and then put them in my fucking plate. And then they come by like, how is everything? And you're like, oh, it's so good. It's the best, right? You never fucking complain about it. I did the other day actually, but this time I just let it go. But you say to yourself, motherfucker, I just spent $30 on this plate of food. Why is it frozen? Why was it frozen food? Like, it should be fresh. I was in Long Beach Island. They should have just called.
You're in LBI. You're gonna be like that, huh? Usually, when you go to nicer places, they have nicer restaurants.
Oh, not Long Beach Island. Sorry, Long Beach, Long Island, the beach area over there.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's the Jersey in me. Apologize.
You gotta stop going to the strip club specials where they have like seafood night, man. Like, what do you expect?
but shouldn't these places be held accountable for like shitty food and shitty service?
I mean, so I'm assuming you didn't finish eating all the food, right? Like, you left a portion of it.
I left like half of it on the plate, and like, I just didn't say anything because I wasn't in the fucking mood to. Because I did recently about something because I took my girlfriend out and we had breakfast, and she was just like, I could have handled it. It was terrible. It tasted like the bacon was microwaved in my omelet, and it was a terrible, terrible fucking experience. And then she just got disgusted with her food, and I was like, all right, now I have to say something because it's not just me anymore, you know. So I told the guy, I was like, dude, it tastes like your bacon's fucking microwaved. Her fucking pancake or waffle, she said, tastes awful, and something else was awful. And he was like, what do you mean? My bacon's not microwaved. I was like, dude, it is microwaved. There's not a piece of bacon that looks the way that this bacon looked. It looked plastic. He's like, no, it's fresh. I wanted to go back there and say, show me them cooking the fucking bacon right now, and I'll believe you.
How could they fuck up a waffle?
Dude, I don't know.
Yes, I was thinking every waffle's the same.
Like a homemade, like a Belgian waffle, you know, it's supposed to be delicious and shit. She said there was no taste. It tasted awful. So eventually he gave us the fucking check for free. I was like, I don't want the check for free. I'm telling you, your food sucks. But he let us off the hook. And he's fighting with me in the middle of the fucking diner. I was talking so low. I was like, dude, you know, it's not really up to par here. And he starts getting loud. He was like a foreign guy. I don't know, fucking Greek or something probably.
I come from a country.
Yeah.
Like, just come clean with the bacon, you know? Don't microwave your bacon.
It's annoying when you go out to eat, bro, and you could just tell that whatever distributor they're getting their food from, they just, whatever the cheapest guy was, they fucking pick, and they don't give a shit. They take no pride in what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that part of it extends to fucking any possible business you could think of. As far as quality is concerned, but it's just so annoying, especially when you want to go to like a nicer place too.
Yeah.
And it, you know, you go there, you're like, what or whatever, and then it comes and like steak is overcooked, the vegetables are super soft, and you know, it's like, come on, guys, you know, like, why are you serving this for? Like, how's the boss not step in and say, bro, this is unacceptable? We're charging fucking $35 for this. Like, come on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway. In the 50s and 60s, we got good quality shit, all right? You come eat a meal here, you go home full, happy. That shit, like, the cow was slaughtered right in the back. And then they just cut that shit up right there, bro, and started cooking that motherfucker. And it was cooked to perfection. That's what's going on with this country. It's going downhill. We want to cut corners and do everything through internet. You don't even got to leave your house anymore. Pretty soon, you can just put that shit in, like, the computer, and that shit will cook a steak for you. You just sit back and open the fridge, put the shit on it, and start cooking it. That's the problem. Quality is. You need to go back to the old days when you had a real apple pie.
Yeah, dude. When you go to, like, I don't know if you guys ski or whatever, you go up to those like mountain towns and stuff like that where they're not getting it from like some like fucking city distributor. They're getting like shit from the farm. It's excellent. Food quality is like excellent. Just having like eggs is just like different. The bacon's like different. It's just
right.
The shit that we that they sell us down here, bro, is just fucking straight garbage. You have to like spend like money if you really want to have like a really nice meal, or else it's just the same old bullshit. But even fucking seasoned food, dude. You order a steak and there's like it's just a piece of meat. Like there's no salt, pepper, there's no nothing with it. It's like, come on, guys, like you should put some effort into what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, you brought me into like what I just started doing like this past week and a half. I ordered from like a company called Fresh and Lean. And you get the meals, they're prepared, and they deliver it to your house, like on ice or whatever in the box. So I get 15 meals a week. I chose the protein.
Mike, sorry, Mike, did they get the ice from the hot dog guy?
He wouldn't give it to us, so they beat the shit out of him too. So I got
one of the 10 people.
Yeah, I got the first box fucking delivered, man. I'm telling you, 15 meals. I chose the protein section. You get high protein on that. And you could go with like keto, any of that shit. I'm telling you, a different feeling. Like my body feels different from eating like good, organic, fresh food. Like, yo, it makes a fucking difference in your life. I'm telling you, man. Like, yeah. I wish I started this like about fucking 30 years earlier, man.
Is this another one of our sponsors? How much did these motherfuckers pay you? Fucking
so, code FRESH20 on Fresh and Lean website will get you $20 off your first order just from listening to the Mix It Up podcast. That was my first sponsor, guys.
Mix it up.
They gave me $10. They gave me $10 off to read that in.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Thanks to Fresh and Lean.
He got a free meal for free.
Can't wait.
We'll just make new sponsors up and give out fake codes every month.
One of them gotta
hit. That'd be a funny thing to do, bro. Just like people who just like randomly catch our video and just like, oh great, let's just try this invalid code.
Try again. No, try again, guys.
I promise you, one day it'll work.
You sure?
One day it will work.
Is not a code?
Yeah. No, it's capital C, lowercase O, capital B.
Little nuts.
Little nuts. Use the hashtag? No, not a hashtag. It was a question mark.
All
tell them large. Don't forget to tell them Large Marge sent you. That should be it. That's our code. Large Marge sent me.
Large Marge.
Be sure to tell them Large Marge.
What movie is that from again?
Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman, yeah.
That shit is hilarious.
I meant to do that.
Herman made some good movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did make something in good movies, but
you would think Jules made up Pee Wee Herman from the way he looks right now. He went back in time to fucking make Pee Wee Herman.
He was in the same theater as Pee Wee.
Back in those days, you had to do anything you could to support the economy, right? Just saying. So I used to wear a shirt that said, "Buy me a beer, help stimulate the economy." All right, that's what I did. That's what I had to do back in the 20s here to fucking help stimulate that. Those of you on YouTube.
that shirt was ahead of its time. If it was in the 60s.
Where'd you get that shirt, man? From the fucking boardwalk?
Oh, that I got that from a thrift store from the 20s. You know, after we got out of the Depression here.
Did they have any of those things that you like, those electric things that you put on your nipples to stimulate your nipples back in the day? Or not?
Yeah, you had it like it wasn't working that well. Electricity wasn't as strong as it is nowadays. You know what I
mean? Buy me a beer, stimulate these nipples.
Shots.
Oh shit.
Bro, you were about to say Nipulars. Seriously, stimulator and nipples.
Nipulars.
Yeah, the word nipplers will get 20%
off. Somebody put that in the group text for the title of the show.
Feed my nipples.
Use code nipplers. You'll get your
nipplers. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little fucking.
Wait.
Toasted,
you know what?
But...
You know, in movies when people are pretending to be like in the military and they're like, "Oh, where'd you serve?" and they're like, "I served in the first barrack, 19th quadrant." Jules is like, "I served in the Nipulars."
Nipplers, airborne.
Nipulators, mount up.
Nipulators, mount up. That's great. Oh shit,
that's funny.
Wow.
Sounds like a name of a team you would name your like rollerblading team.
It's like beer league, fucking smash bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, like a bowling league. They'll have like bowling jackets with the Nipulators on back.
It's like silk grease jackets.
Yeah.
It would be like the Detroit Nipulators.
Or you're like
I
fucking
picture
playing
the Nipulators wearing fucking like high waters when they bowl.
and no shirts. They're the team that's like, oh, shirts versus skins in bowling, and they're like, yo, dude, we don't need to do that in bowling.
Just suspenders.
This oiled up.
Here comes the Nipulators.
Yo, you guys want to form a bowling team for real? Like,
I would love to. I would love to. But do you know that I tried doing that? Do you know how expensive it is to fucking form a bowling team, enjoy a league?
Is it really?
Really?
It's dude, it's
not
so
free?
much money. It's so much money. And you have to
I can't
bowl.
believe that many people play bowling.
What?
Or bowl. I can't believe that many people playing bowling leagues that it would be expensive.
Do you know that you can't even bowl during the week for the most part? Like from, I don't know, any time of the day through like 9 o'clock?
Well, where the fuck do you live?
Yonkers, New York. I'm
Yo,
telling you.
everybody bowls here, bro.
Dude, it's all leagues. It's all leagues
You in a
from like.
time warp now?
I'm gonna Google what town wins the most fucking high school bowling championships, and I'm gonna bet that's where you're from.
You're gonna see my face on there, like.
Listen, you submit the name Nipulators, I guarantee you get in that league.
I'll never forget this. I used to bowl when I was younger, and I was in a bowling league, and I was in a bowling tournament, and I totally shit the bed because I got nervous. I was throwing gutter balls left and right, but I played against this kid. His name was Pee Wee. And this is so funny because we just brought up Pee Wee Herman. I swear to God, his name was Pee Wee, and I will never forget it. And he was so dominant, and he was so short, and he killed me in bowling. That's all I can say.
Like
He's probably real low to the ground. He can aim the ball better. He's got a better vantage point.
Or you know what?
You just
Maybe
lost to like a 2-year-old, Dick.
His name might have been Reese. Oh, dude, I think his name was Reese instead.
Pee Wee to Reese.
I think his name was Reese.
Oh, yeah, I just saw Pee Wee play for the Brooklyn Dodgers the other day.
He slid into home. Holy shit.
I don't know what's in that cup, but it must be strong.
It's water.
I don't know.
There it is.
Dude, isn't it crazy how your mind fucks with you like that, though? In my mind, I was like, oh, Pee Wee, but it's Reese. They say that a lot of your memories never even happened. You just make shit up in your head from like your childhood and like 15, 20 years ago. Shit never even fucking happened. You make it up. Did you hear that? You ever hear that?
I can see that being the case. Like if you think about something multiple times, you've had like a dream about it, and then 20 years later you can't remember if it's something that happened or not. Yeah. Obviously, if it's from something realistic, like not that I grew wings and started flying around the mountains, like no. But I I had a dream that I went to my grandmother's house, whatever, something like that. You could can't remember. Yeah.
I mean, I have two friends, one that this actually happened to, and the other told the story as if it happened to him. For all intents and purposes here, I'm going to name the one that did happen to him, Roy, and the liar, Biff. Right? So
Roy and Biff.
Right. So Biff.
We've got some serious names on this podcast so far.
Roy G. Biff.
Say hi to your mom for me.
Biff is the liar. And he goes like this, man, remember that time, man, when, oh no, he was telling this story to another group of people. He's like, yeah, one time I was on the beach in Cancun, and I saw a helicopter crash on the beach. And Roy goes, dude, that was me. I was there. You weren't with me. And Biff goes, no, dude, I was there too. That happened. I was there. Roy was like, no, it didn't happen. And the truth be told, Biff was not there. But that story was told to him so many times that in his mind, he thought he actually was there. And I've told this story so many times, I see it so clear that I potentially, maybe later down the road, will believe that I was also there.
Yeah,
I sure hope that that's what happened to
you. I'll have to go back. I'll leave a note for myself on the wall. Check episode 11 at 22 minutes. You will know the truth. You were not there.
So did your friend actually see a helicopter crash? Because that's pretty fucking bananas.
Yeah, he saw the helicopter crash on the beach.
Wow, that's some Grand Theft Auto shit right there, man. That's pretty wild.
On the sand or in the water?
I think it was on the sand. I think it crashed right on the beach.
Did it blow up or did like?
I don't know. I can't remember that. I can't remember that detail. I was drunk on the beach, man. See, I was there. I don't know. I don't know.
Right. So to your
helicopter, were they like smuggling drugs from Acapulco to fucking Cancun and shit and it crashed, or was it policia?
I can't, Jules. I'm having trouble hearing you.
Oh no, really?
Oh, I can hear you, but it's really low.
That's because I was sitting back, bro. I'm like, Cass, don't forget. I'm talking to you guys from the 1960s. So, I gotta fucking, I gotta talk a little louder. The equipment's not up to date. You know how it is.
Did you fly helicopters? Did you fly helicopters back when you were in the war?
I jumped out of them. Especially when they crash in Cancun. I don't want to crash on that beach. That shit's probably full of a bunch of cocaine.
Hey, what'd you do in the war?
You don't want to jump onto that?
What'd you do in the war? You flew helicopters? No, I just jumped out of them. You flew airplanes? No, I just jumped out.
Yeah, jump out of that shit. Yeah, you wait for it to come down a little low.
You drove tanks? No, I just jumped out of them.
Yeah, I have to wait for no. But the helicopters, when they get close to the water, you just jump right in, man. It's great. You got time.
You ride horses, bro? No, I just jump off them.
I can see you being like a colonel or something, Jules, in like the fucking a little like military fucking type thing. Yo, we gotta follow Jules. He'll lead us.
Like that dude from Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
Like napalm in the morning. Love that shit.
The new guy joins the Nipular crew, and they're like, "Are we sure we're gonna follow Colonel Jules? He seems a little insane." Yeah.
It's that kind of insanity that'll get you out of this mess.
He keeps talking about this Nipulators. I don't know what that is.
Before we get up, like Nipulators, mount up.
Mount up. It was a cold, dark night. Nipulators on the front.
Nipulators, put your hands in. Nipulators on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nipulators.
Listen, you guys are still playing softball and shit in the bear leagues. That should be your name next year.
Yeah, we're changing it. We're gonna change the whole thing. Our team, our division.
I really hope that you actually did say you start to say Nipulator.
Yeah, I kind of want to do it too, man. I'll definitely do it. I'll fucking put Nipulators in there. I'll write it up, guys. We're the Nipulators now. That conversation won't go well with this team, man. I'm telling you.
At least we know that the name of this episode. Nipulators mount up. Oh shit.
I'm telling you, you're in the league, or one of these leagues, and all of a sudden you see the Nipulators, man. I'm gonna be happy and upset at the same time.
Yeah, our shirts, our softball shirts, we just have our nipples cut out.
But you know what's the worst part for the other team? When they go home crying because the Nipulators fucked them up.
Mommy, I lost the Nipulator again.
Fucking Nipulators, damn it.
It sounds like there should be a dance that goes along with the name, though.
Yeah.
You lost to a Nipulator, son?
No, they
get out of my house.
You know what we gotta do? We gotta on it. We get those little electrode things on the shirt. Let's just go like this. Pretend like your nipples are getting zapped.
That could be part of the jersey right there. He's hanging from the color.
Yeah. After we hit a home run, we make that sound. We go zzz, zzz to each other after we hit a home run.
How your nipples feeling, boys? Nipulated yet?
Manipulated. Now it's a verb.
Oh shit. Nipulade. We'll get sponsored by Gatorade. They'll make our own beverage called Nipulade for us.
It's just milk.
It's just fucking pure white milk.
Yeah, let me get that white. Let me get the white Gatorade.
Not the clear shit. That white shit looks like milk a little bit. Yeah, that one.
How long will this work to dehydrate me? It'll dehydrate you for the next 5 to 10 years.
Perfect. Give me 2 bottles.
You won't ever need to drink this again if you drink it one time. Manipulate.
Oh shit! Mount up. Wow.
Bro, fucking smoking weed and just laughing is some of the best thing you could do as a human being, I feel like. I'm fucking crying over here.
It is the best thing. Imagine, if everybody just smoked weed, the whole fucking population, man, there'd be no fucking problems.
Smoke weed.
I gotta ask Jules a question, being that he did die fighting for our country. Jules, I don't know if you're caught up on the times, but how do you feel about the person or people that turn their back to the flag? As somebody that, jumped out of a helicopter.
Traitors.
What?
Traitors.
Traitors. All right, and there you have it. I don't know if anybody really wants to talk about this topic because it's just gonna make us fucking change our tune, but it's up to you guys.
I mean, to bring it back to it's the original thing, I think a lot of this stuff, man, it just has to do with the people who really run the world manipulating people and instilling what they want to happen, and like it actually like they've turned into such a thing that like there's so much pressure on athletes, like black athletes, to like be activists and this and that, and they're basically being manipulated into this cause and just not. I mean, I understand what their protests and stuff like that are. I get what they're saying. It's just like it just feels off, and I think a lot of it just has, and that's the reason why, is because like they were tricked into thinking that it's actually going to do something.
You think her team like put her up to it? Like her team around her was like, "Yo, you got to do this. You got to make." You think she felt that pressure?
The people in her life, I think so. Because you could see like that's part of like the culture now for African American athletes. Like I said, I get it. It's just I feel like they have like a more obligation to like stand up when they happens. I'll have to say something that they'll say like they were part of the movement. They weren't silent during it. So they feel like some kind of like social obligation to say stuff. And not to say she didn't feel it genuinely or not, but I feel like it's just we should be celebrating togetherness, not apartness. And I think the powers that be are fucking using this as a method of division, because you're going to get, one group of people that are going to go one way. And just by nature of human beings, if you have one group doing one thing, you're going to have another group that's going to be anti whatever that is. So you're creating division between people for really no reason.
Yeah. I mean, how many people actually saw that real time, right? Like who's watching
17 or 20.
Yeah, exactly. And then, oh, look what happened. And now people all fucking riled up and heated. Fuck again. These people are turning their fucking backs on the flag and kneeling down and shit. You're right. They're just, oh, man, the fucking media just goes, yes, she turned her back. We're fucking in, baby.
Yeah.
Who's to say that someone didn't invite her out to lunch and say, listen, this is what's expected of you. You want to continue to be a professional athlete? This is what you need to do. I believe shit like that happens all the time.
She actually is saying the athlete Gwen Berry.
Speak up, Jules. Speak up, Jules.
I said the athlete Gwen Berry. That's who we're speaking of. She said that she feels set up in the matter of all this situation, that she got set up for that anthem in a way where she was turned around. Now, there's not much detail behind someone how they get set up. But,
I read it.
Yeah, like I'm like, how do you get set up? They were like, oh, you know what? Look to the left real quick, and we're gonna take a camera picture, but everyone's gonna be looking to the right.
Right.
Like,
what I read was the national anthem was supposed to be played at a specific time, and for whatever reason, it was like 5 minutes later, 5 minutes earlier, whatever it was, and she didn't anticipate doing this whole T-shirt thing when the anthem was being played. But because of the mistiming of the national anthem being played, it overlapped with each other, which smells like the ripest bullshit. But but that was what was in the one of the stories that I read about the situation. So who knows how true it is?
I mean, I read like that. I guess the third verse in the national anthem, or the Star Spangled Banner, sorry, is like talking about slaves and like kind of like demeans them or whatever. And I never even read the third verse. I didn't even know there was fucking more to it. So like, obviously, if you cut that out, isn't that like a good enough step?
Right.
So like,
yeah, this isn't representative of us. We need to take this out.
Right.
Isn't that what we should be doing about everything, though?
Yeah, 100%. Like move forward in a positive way instead of saying like, all right, destroy this song. You know what I mean? And destroy this and destroy that. Like make a change to it, which you did, which was what was made. Nobody probably knew the backstory of it until recently, when people are like, trying to fish for every little thing to change and like, and just, I don't know, make an issue. But it was never an issue until, people started making it a fucking issue,
I wonder if one day humanity evolves to the point where we can read each other's minds, and all the bullshit that the fucking media and all these places fucking feed us melts away, and we could actually like celebrate being fucking humans all together, and like what the world will transform into with actual unity among like everybody. Like 20, 30 years of one human race as opposed to fucking, you know, everybody trying to identify as individuals for whatever reason.
Right.
What that togetherness would bring humanity. Because look what we've done with wars ripping apart societies since beginning of written word, right? Just imagine like 100 years of that never happening. What kind of advances we'd have, you know, if money was spent on medicine, if money was spent on technology instead of wars and fucking bullshit religion and corporate fucking companies paying $0 in taxes and stuff. Like all that bullshit goes away, and you could fucking unite 7 billion people to like the betterment of the 7 billion people for real.
I'll tell you what would happen, John. We would all fucking just elevate. We'd be fucking flying, man. If all our energies were in sync, it's like, you ever see, like, I know trees, people are going to laugh at me right now, but those motherfuckers are all one unit, man. When they're in a fucking forest and shit like that, I'm pretty sure they could feel each other's energy and shit like that. And there was actually a study that like, I guess, you know, the scientists can hear all different types of shit. When a tree is cut down, the other trees fucking scream in their own fucking voice. They let something out. They know that another tree's getting fucking cut down. I know that's going to sound insane. I'm probably going to be put in fucking loony bin after saying that, but there are true studies about that. They are fucking connected, man. Avatar is real.
I think you're thinking of crabs. When you throw crabs in boiling water, they fucking scream.
Yeah.
Not trees.
And lobsters too.
If a tree starts talking to me.
Screaming Trees, bro. You ever hear the band? They were onto something. But yeah, go on, John.
I remember seeing or reading some kind of study that like they hooked up pain receptors to trees and like ripped off limbs, cut them down and stuff like that. And they found that trees actually feel pain the same way that we do, or to some degree like we do. So who's to say that they don't, you know, in their own, like some kind of, I'm sure it's not an audible, like actual scream. There's it's probably some type of like energy that they fucking emit that I don't know, something, but you know, they can't obviously pass wind through a vocal cord. So I don't know how exactly that works,
right.
But it's got to be some type of like energy that they probably fucking.
So that means that you motherfucking vegans that want to hate on us carnivores that are out there making fun of us for fucking shit, you be fucking eating plants and they got feelings too, all right, man? So fuck you.
Yeah.
Lean, fresh and lean.
You know? Yeah. Yo, that broccoli you just ate, yo, his neighbors felt that shit when the broccoli was ripped out of the ground.
For real, man.
No, but listen, guys, real quick, with that whole third fucking verse thing, man, you might want to read it because it's kind of like it's annoying because like there's references of the slave and the hireling, and what they're referring to is people that were fighting for freedom, and the hierarchy basically holding that against them, that they were the refugees fighting for this cause. That's what the fuck it means. It has nothing to do with fucking slavery. It has nothing to do with slaves at all. And yet the fact that even has to be brought up and taken out of something is absolutely fucking absurd. It's called read a book or pay attention in fucking history class and actually know what the fuck is being said for. Sorry, bro. That type of shit just gets me crazy, man. Even back here in the 1950s.
Well, thanks for schooling us, Jules.
Yo, I had to look it up, man. There's a lot more to it, but like literally Google that shit and just check it out. And you'll be so surprised that it actually means something that's even more meaningful than probably other portions of the song. And yet it has to be taken out because some dude that didn't know what the fuck they were doing took that shit the wrong way. And all of a sudden put that shit out there. And in 1880, it had to be fucking taken out of the Star Spangled Banner.
That's crazy.
You know?
It just seems like a lot of work.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, who gives a shit about all this bullshit? They're tearing down statues. They want to like rewrite history. I'm like, can't you just forget about history and just like live in the present and the future? Like, why are you bringing up old fucking shit? We weren't around back then. Nobody was. So who gives a fuck about it?
Mike,
burn all the history books.
It's because the people that are really doing this are those little fucking 99% of those 99% hipster fuckers that didn't get a job when they got out of college, and now they still have nothing to do. They got so much fucking time on their hands, and Starbucks just keeps giving them unlimited amounts of coffee, and they just stay up all day.
And free Wi-Fi.
They're the worst.
Speaking of statues that are getting removed, did you guys hear about the Teddy Roosevelt statue that's out in front of the Natural History or the Art Museum in New York City? No. That they're actually going to remove it, and it's going to be placed into a more culturally biased type of museum to sort of do it. And the whole reasoning behind it is because if you Google the statue, it's him on a horse, and there happens to be like what the image of a Native American would be and what the image of an African person at the time would be standing on either side of him. And they're just standing there. It's not like they're fucking chained or anything. They're just chilling next to him on the horse as if they were just posing, leaning on that shit for a picture of the three of them. And that shit's got to be removed. It's fucking crazy, man. It's nuts. It don't make no sense.
Yeah, doesn't that like kind of show unity in a way that they're all standing there? But I guess people are probably looking at it like, why is the white man on a horse and, you know, the other people, the black guy and the Native American are standing beside him like they're his underlings, right? That's probably what everybody's looking at it as. And like, you can look at anything the way it is, but like, if Teddy Roosevelt was the guy on the horse, what are you supposed to do? You know?
If he was dressed a little bit better than they were, guess what? Teddy fucking Roosevelt would have been dressed better than most motherfuckers that were alive at that time, okay? That dude had money. His fucking brother became president too. They had a lot of fucking money. So no matter what, you could have put my fucking ass next to him. He probably would have been dressed better looking than that motherfucker too. It's just how shit was, man. There was no equality. You want to talk about the 1%? The 1% has been around forever. It doesn't matter. The 1% is always going to be around. That's just how shit is, man. It don't change unless you change it.
Yeah.
You got to kill them. You got to kill the 1%.
Well, according to, I mean, back to what John was saying, though, if that 1% is a real stat and we are the 99%, then why are we not banding fucking together? And why are we letting the 1% of people destroy our fucking unity, right? It's so easy. We're so easily, back to manipulation. We're so easily manipulated. You could be in a good mood. Somebody cuts you off on the highway. You want to fucking destroy them. And then like for the next few hours, you're like, oh, should I have killed him? Should I have killed him? And then you're like, you calm down and you're like, oh, it's a good thing I didn't kill that guy. You know? But that's just how quick you could be manipulated. And they know.
Funny, I've been in that situation too, man, where you get so fucking pissed at that driving shit, the road rage. Yeah. Like seriously, I'd be worried about running somebody over. If they got out their car and started yelling at me, I might step on the gas.
Yeah.
You know, but thank God, like I never done that before.
Yeah.
There's been times that I've considered buying like a little piece of shit, couple $1,000 car, just so I can fucking, when I'm driving, just fucking tap people's bumpers just to like teach them how to drive. Yeah. If they're like going over the lines, I'll just fucking go tap them on the side a little bit. They're going too slow, tap the rear bumper a little bit. Yeah. just wake them up just a little bit. Say, hey, listen, you probably should pay attention a little more on the road.
That sounds like so much fun.
Bro, doesn't it?
We should all do that.
Oh my goodness.
We should all just buy like a couple $100 car and just ram into each other on the street. People be like, what are they doing?
Bumper cars.
They're playing real life bumper cars.
Shouldn't you maybe just invest in a gigantic truck instead, like fucking with huge wheels and a gigantic bumper that doesn't get hurt and a fucking air horn that you can really fuck with people?
Nah, right, those guys
on the road.
Nick, you gotta understand, those guys and the ones that drive like the super expensive fucking fancy sports cars, they gotta compensate for something. They usually got little
what?
Little wieners and shit, it's like that. So they gotta fucking have that shit compensated.
I know. I just wanted to hear you say wiener on the air.
That's what we called it back in 1950. We called it wieners.
Wieners.
Jules, it sounds like you're stuck down a well and we're trying to have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
I wonder if it has to do with the fucking filter that's on. Maybe that's what it has. I don't know.
It's a sound filter too. It's
like
Tommy image all
the time. Shit. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Where's your mic? It doesn't even look like your mic's in the same room.
Oh shit! Better.
Is your gain like low or something?
Tape it to your caution head.
Yeah, I should just put it on the side like this. Like, what's up, man? How you doing, guys?
That's actually really clear now.
All right. Really nice, yeah. Now we're gonna do it like we used to do it in the 50s on the fucking radio stations. You used to have to sit like this close to the mic and shit, because if not, it wouldn't record right.
You just gotta keep your lips on it. That's all.
Yeah, you just gotta come really close to it like this.
Jules, fall back a little bit, and then bring the mic up to your face. Like lean back a little bit. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect.
Can you put it above your face just a little bit? Just
Yeah. So you just put it. You just like smack yourself in the cheek with it a couple of times.
That's what she said.
Perfect.
Was there any other topics that you guys wanted to hit? I feel like I want to talk about something.
We didn't have anything written.
That's why he's mix it up, because sometimes we
mix it up.
And you know, there's a fully scripted show, and then there's other times where it's just like, yo, off the cuff, motherfuckers.
Yeah, what do we got? What do you guys want to talk about?
I don't know.
The Giants. Well, the Yankees won today, so that's a good thing.
Wow, it is so hot in this fucking room. I was gonna take my shirt off and do this podcast naked, but it wouldn't have been good.
Just do it, bro. Just do it for the Nipulators.
Dude,
yeah, I was just about to say.
I'm very close to taking my pants off though, because no one will ever know.
Until you stand up.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're about to stand up to take a dab.
Yeah, you'll be on TV everywhere.
Turn your camera off really quick.
Oh man, I'm starving. Anybody want to go to candlelight?
That's a great picture, man. Well, yeah, let's go. Let's go get some fucking food delivered.
Yeah, right.
And hopefully the service is okay.
Yeah, and hopefully it's not rubbery fucking food there, man. I don't know where the fuck you're eating, bro. That's some crazy shit.
I want to tell you another story about another food situation that I was in. I was in Pennsylvania at a casino hotel, Mount Airy Lodge, actually.
That's a first mistake.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna blow this guy's fucking spot right now. Guy Fieri, his restaurant. I ordered salmon with these whatever, I don't know the name of these potatoes that they were supposed to give you, but they were these little tiny potatoes and Brussels sprouts. Okay, Brussels sprout slices or something you were supposed to get, or it could have been Brussels sprouts. I can't remember. I get on my plate. The salmon was good. I got sweet potatoes, which I wasn't in the fucking mood for, right? Say sweet potatoes. Don't fucking just throw sweet potatoes on my plate. You see potato, you take it a white potato. And then a few shavings of Brussels sprouts. I was like, yeah, baby, we'll get Brussels sprouts now. I'm pumped. So I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I did have to talk to the waitress about that one. I was like, guys, how do you get off saying that you're giving me Brussels sprouts when you literally took a fucking cheese grater to a half a Brussels sprout and fucking sprinkled it over my fucking food? They're like, oh, yeah, we do get complaints about this sometimes. I was like, in the sweet potatoes. I didn't ask for sweet potatoes. You just specify that shit. What they offered me was a free dessert, and I didn't even take it.
It sounds like you ran into a problem with that restaurant. Yeah, you won't run into a problem with variety if you order from Fresh and Lean. The code Fresh 20 on your next order of home delivery.
What's the code?
Fresh 20.
Is that actually a code?
That's actually a code that works. Fresh 20. Go on Fresh and Lean and order your first meal, your first 15 meals.
I think I might do it right now, actually.
It'll change your life, I'm telling you. To eat organic and eat fresh like that, it's worth the fucking money, man.
How expensive is it? How expensive is it?
So it's like about $150 a week. So you're spending $600. But if you look at it this way, how many times you go out to eat? 5 days a week, because it's 15 meals 5 days a week, and then the other 2 days you eat whatever you feel like,
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
Try to keep it real. But you spend the money everywhere. You spend the money on everything anyway. So
yeah,
why not use it to healthy food and shit?
And they give you breakfast now, right?
Yeah, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
What do they give you for breakfast?
Oh, dude, I had different ones. I had like a couple of eggs, muffins. And lunch, they have or lunch or dinner, whatever. You could eat whatever you want. And then it's like either like salmon, braised beef, another kind of sesame chicken.
Yeah.
So they got a lot of, and the food is fucking delicious. You taste the fucking difference like the second I had it. And that's just from heating it in the microwave for like 2 minutes when you
microwave
the fridge. Dude, it's so convenient, man. It's fantastic.
Just put a little frying pan action in a toaster or something like that.
Yeah, I could do that, but it's like the whole thing is about the convenience too, man. It's like 2 minutes, bang, and I'm ready to fucking eat. That's it,
Microwaves aren't good for you, Mike. I know it has your name in it, but it's not good for you.
Microwaves have been around since the 50s.
Bro, that must have blown people's minds when microwaves came out.
I think it was like more like the 60s, but whatever, 70s. But
From the greatest inventor of all time, Mike O-Wave. That dumb man.
Mike O-Wave.
Mike O-Wave.
was he from Dublin?
In Dublin, invented
Michael Wavy.
the microwave.
Microwavy.
I just love making shit hot real quick.
Yeah. Let's create who comes up with, how the fuck did you figure that out? How to make a microwave to heat your shit up?
Aliens.
Oh, 100%. I mean, no joke. Microwave, are they a naturally occurring thing?
I'm pretty sure.
And where the fuck are they?
Everywhere. Low dosage.
So, I mean, they're obviously making microwaves, though, right? Like, they're not just like capturing microwaves and it's like, oh shit, all the microwaves ran out. You got to get a new one, right? Imagine you had to just like re-up, you had to refill your microwaves
With juice?
with juice,
Like some kind of like fuel source.
micro juice.
It's like a vial.
Hey, plug the fucking thing in. It's called electricity. It's been around since the 1800s, bro. What are you talking about?
He invented it.
Hold on, I got to refill my microwave. I got to plug it in the wall.
Imagine fucking what it must have been like not having electricity back in the day.
I killed myself. Can you imagine living with like fucking no electricity? That'd be horrible.
Well, listen, that's where these women read all these like love stories from. We're like, oh, they made love by the candlelight. This
Someone just got murdered.
He was right about the fucking 1870s and shit. There was no electricity. Of course, he made love to the chick by the candles.
Yeah.
What happened, John?
I think someone just got murdered in my development.
Really?
Murdered, huh?
Yeah, it didn't sound like any fireworks the way that shit just went off.
You'll be surprised. I hear that shit all the time in Brooklyn. Somebody actually got shot like literally on the next corner up the block from me last night. And yeah, I thought it was a fucking firework. It sounded a little weird. It did kind of sound like a boom boom, and instead of like the right. I don't know if I even did the sound effects correct, but you know what I'm getting at. And like all of a sudden, I see this shit all taped off with caution hats like this, and all over the fucking place on the corner. And I'm like, somebody really did get shot up the block last night.
That's crazy, Jules. What do you want me to add in post? You want me to do fireworks or gunshots?
Definitely both. You gotta do both. So when I do the boom boom, it's the fucking fireworks. And I do the bang bang. It's the fucking other shit.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh shit! There's an ambulance. There's fucking sirens coming.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Put the camera outside and like we'll watch them.
So
You won't be able to see it.
I'm gonna plug something real quick. Yo, you got this thing called Citizen app. Download that shit, John. And then like somebody be posting it right now. You might find yourself posting it real quick, and they let you know every time anything happens. Like this morning, I woke up and it said, "Lady slams to the floor. Dude grabs her bag and runs away on 58th Street and 6th Avenue." I'm like, all right.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's another
Citizen app is crazy.
That's what they do on the Ring apps. The Ring app, people have conversation on that shit. Like if something happened, like a hit and run or, you know.
I'm in the back of my development, so you don't fucking ever really hear shit or see shit. There's no cars that go by my house.
You're in a what?
I'm in my development. I'm like in the very, very back of it. So there's very few. There's like 8 houses that are next to me, and that's it. So it's other than these people, no one ever really drives past my house.
You really think that was gunshots?
I know what fireworks sound like. That was too random. Like,
what did it sound like? What was the?
It sounded like someone unloaded a clip of a pistol. Yeah. Yeah. It was like 1, 2, and like boom, 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 like that. Like,
damn.
You know what's funny though, John? I heard one before, and it was like this. It was like, boom, and then, boom, and then, boom, boom. And I was like, that didn't sound like fireworks. That's not normal, Like the last two, and it didn't sound as loud as a fucking firework either. And I was like, that didn't sound like that. Kind of sounded
no, this right, not as loud as a firework.
You also just stood up, so if you had taken your pants off, we would have got you right there. Just a quick fact. that'll give Mike some time when he's editing to throw in all the fucking boom booms, bang bangs all throughout this fucking clip.
All the boom boom and the bang bangs will get done tomorrow sometime.
But I think what was that song? It was all about the boom boom and the bang bang.
All I want to get shot.
Yeah. That's that 90s music coming back at you, that gangster rap. Buck. All right, with that, I think we are out this week on the Mix It Up podcast. We'll be back next week.
Boom, boom.
Peace.
The cat in the box.